Game 1 for Toronto. Everything they've done is built to this moment, this time of year, and their big move was Kawhi Leonard.
Absolutely, and they're going to need him to be very aggressive. I mean, the former Finals MVP and champion needs to lead the way from out front. Talked to Coach Clifford. He said he's just a terrific pick-and-roll player, and his skills were on display right there.
Siakam slides it in against Isaac. He's part of a maintenance program from the Raptors and said he feels really good right now. Gasol barrels in and softly touches it home.
You had a little bass in your voice when you mentioned that the Nets got that W today. You had a little bass in your voice.
Leonard adding some bass to the rim.
Very comfortable. You look at him coming off a down screen. Marc Gasol, we know, passes very well. Nice left, do a good job, but this is the playoffs. This is a former Finals MVP. The playoffs are just different.
VanVleet feels he's built for this time of year and connects on a 3.
Shots, no moment is too big. He comes off the screen right here, feet set, knocks it down.
Inside the final 2 minutes remaining in this first quarter. VanVleet, that's a deep one. He got it! Oh, feeling good, Fred VanVleet!
He's smart enough to realize he has a mismatch. And look at him. Gets into a...
Siakam turns down the wing 3. Meeks gets fouled and finishes.
Very good look. That's to your advantage because he can really shoot it.
Siakam! The breakdown! Taking flight!
We haven't gone to him much yet anyway. We usually let the other guys get going first, but he'll get going.
Coach, good luck. Thank you.
Thank you.
See Kyle try to get downhill here.
Gasol finds Green. His 3 is good. That'll end the first half. Gordon loses it. Here's Siakam in transition. After January 31st. Leonard whittling inside, finishes, and the foul. Green, one of the best chase down artists in the game, but not that time. Leonard, you bet! Tie game again!
On a daily basis, FaceTiming with his former teammate DeMar DeRozan. And fellas, after Saturday's Game 1 loss and before DeRozan and the Spurs played in Denver, DeRozan was told by Lowry, "You'll be great for us."
Well, Lowry didn't just struggle in Game 1. That was a late season shooting slump. His Augustine had it knocked out of his hands. Lowry struggled the final 6 games of the regular season, was barely over 31%. Just joined us, Kawhi Leonard. Off to a terrific start, 12 of their first points. Siakam!
That rough handoff is so difficult to guard there, VanVleet. In essence, it's an inverted pick and roll, and you just allow him to turn that corner, Siakam. He's so long with those up 8 here in that first quarter.
There's Gordon trying to weave his way right through the defense. Swallowed up by Ibaka. 4 of 5, his second 3. He's got a dozen. Ibaka. And the Raptors answer. So they've recalibrated their offense. Here's Vucevic. Pass out, stolen by Gasol. Siakam.
How about the pass there from Lowry? But that's the 3rd steal already for Marc Gasol.
And the Raptors matching their biggest lead of the night.
And that's the thing as a young player. He's taken the 3 shots, and they've all been threes as opposed to maybe putting it on the ground and getting to the rim. And great read by Gasol there that it presents. Best chance he feels at potentially winning a world championship.
3-time All-Star, former defensive player of the year. Look at Siakam! Magnificent! Gordon now taking his turn on Leonard. Leonard, 31 points. Pulls up from deep. He's got it! It's been a long time. The Spurs could be authoring some more history. Here's Birch inside, and he's turned back by Ibaka.
He does so many other things, though, Adam.
Yeah.
I thought they over-exaggerated that.
Leonard finding Gasol in a 5-0 Raptors lead.
This place is going to explode when Vooch finally knocks one down.
Leonard to Green for 3. That's something that Danny Green loves, the corner 3-pointer.
Well, we've seen this before. This gentleman in a black uniform throwing it to that gentleman in a black uniform.
Here is Kawhi.
to the corner for Siakam. It beats the buzzer. Crowd wanted a foul, as you might expect from the partisans in this building. Leonard on the drive and the jam.
One hand, that time he wasn't taking chances. Take that. The difference right now, Toronto's got 4. That's, as you said, only the second one for Orlando.
Siakam glides in and scores 12 in the first quarter for Pascal. Kyle Lowry to the trailing Ibaka for the easy 2.
Lowry's penetration is what created that play. 5 seconds is what they have to get the shot off.
Ross had that one deflected by Gasol. Look at Kawhi Leonard taking the bump and scoring. Lowry to Gasol. From the elbow. Smooth shot. Lowry or somebody smaller.
Amen.
Siakam, great move on Ross. Tried to recover, did not. Pascal Siakam stepping up here in game 3.
Love his composure. He's still only 25 years old. Had 50-50 balls.
Late in the shot clock. Lowry, the step back to force it up. And knocks it down. A cold-blooded shot by Lowry.
Over 3 times their previous 5 trips. Siakam backdoor. Incredible pass by Lowry.
Kawhi says today he feels fine. Everyone in the organization said he's got no problems. So far 0 for 1. Make that 1 for 2.
Jardy looked pretty good on that drive.
You see Kawhi here, just Terrence Ross has got to step in. They always like to bounce back after a bad performance. Flu-like symptoms or not, there's another deflection and steal.
Leonard!
Oh, my goodness.
Look at the footwork. 3 straight baskets for the Raptors.
Not settling on the perimeter, getting to the rim and driving opportunities on the weak side.
Good starts for both Fournier and Vucevic. Siakam! Boy, this kid is a bad, bad boy. There's Siakam. Ross on his back. Draws the double team. VanVleet. That's good. Coming around his screen. We'll shoot free throws.
There, Michael Carter-Williams.
This is Gordon. Weaves his way down the paint. Sent back by Ibaka. Wow. Their lead at 9. Vucevic, pretty spin. Blocked inside. It's Leonard. Boy, Steve Clifford screaming for a goaltend. 5 to shoot. 10 seconds left in the half. Here comes Lowry. The little hesitation. Siakam. That's a 3. Splash. Here comes Vucevic. Look at Gasol, that incredible defense.
Get a commanding 3-0 lead for the Rockets.
Boy, you just got the sense that the Jazz blew a huge opportunity last night. Siakam! Fierce finish! Years, they've endured the misery of this 6-year rebuild, getting back to
right there, clock down. Isaac just throws it up. And Gasol with it.
Excellent. Locked in the entire possession.
Lowry! A blow-by! Right to the rim! What a start for number 7!
See you later! Strong take to the bucket over the shot blocker, Isaac.
Leonard doubles Lowry in the corner. 3! Air ball scooped up. Kawhi and 1! The Raptors have come out with sheer force and dominance.
Well, does Siakam get the assist here? But the missed shot, but tremendous hustle on the weak side.
Always appreciate seeing Mark and the job that he and Adam do. Adam Silver, the commissioner of the NBA, and what they've done for the game as well as outside of the game throughout this world. Moving it around the perimeter. 7 on the clock. Green finds a wide open Gasol.
Oh my goodness.
And he drills it from Guelph.
Look at this right here. Danny Green, dribble penetration, and then the wide open shot on the skip from Gasol.
Ross. The double comes. Leads to a turnover. Ibaka got a piece of it. He just checked in. Here's Kawhi, the three. This game 4 in Orlando for Norm. Playoff pal on the move to the rim.
That was with Morse that time. And Nick Nurse said to his team in the huddle, they don't get rattled. And I think to me, that's as big a factor as it is the statistical element as well.
Deep three, and it's good for Fred. Aggressive take. Here's Norm now. Drive. Nice pass. Baca.
Great
back
pass.
shot and one.
Oh, I love it. Norm Powell, that was a beautiful, smart, baseline drive, straight line drive. You know, we call that logical progression, right? He's taking, ABC. He's taking every step, and he's passing it.
Playoff Powell with the throwdown. It's a 13-3 run.
Hello! A little force here, Matty D. A blow by. Hello!
Fading jumper. Isaac offensive rebound. Second chance. Oh, the denial by Gasol.
And as you mentioned earlier, Matt,
Look at that. Siakam. Two-handed slam. Timeout. Steve Clifford and a 6-0 run.
I call that a impactful timeout by Nick Nurse. And then
Like a mini Giannis. He's a freight train in the open floor.
7-0 burst by Philly. Leonard in for the rock attack.
The straight line drive, and you see Kawhi here just bigger and stronger and more patient, and then able to get all the way.
I think Toronto is comfortable with Embiid shooting from the outside and settling at times. Leonard squares, connects.
For the finish, and then another strong drive to his spot, creates the space.
Fade away from Butler, in and out. 7-0 run for Toronto. Lowry trying to add to it. Back door. Siakam! A high flyer!
That's a 9-0 run, partner, and that was a big concern for Brett Brown. Defense for two reasons. One, Embiid hadn't really had a paint touch. And they come right out, and you see there just a mental breakdown defensively by the Sixers.
Picked up by Harris.
That's 2 times now he's missed a point-blank layup indeed here early on.
Beautiful fake by Siakam. Swung for the fences. Making big moves early and late. Leonard's jumper is there. It's a 3.
I'll tell you what, how difficult. Follow through and able to get the friendly bounce.
And that's the third Philly turnover. Backdoor! Big finish! Kawhi Leonard on a perfect setup by Lowry. That ends a 7-0 run. Lowry off of a made basket. Oh, the bank shot goes! And the foul! Rebounding numbers in favor of Philly. 31-20. Denied! Kawhi Leonard! The rejection! Siakam! A spicy pea slam! Here's Butler. Stripped by Lowry. And a turnover. VanVleet locks it up. Ibaka! Soaring through the air.
Again, it starts with Lowry's defense. His activity.
Rebounded by Lowry, who rebounds his position at a high level.
I really feel like Kyle Lowry, a great finish there. They're going to do a cross match. 3 possessions now. You see Tobias Harris starting off on Martin. Oh my goodness.
Siakam, the creativity.
Possession before you see here, just a good job with that spin move. Caught him off balance.
Gasol back out for Lowry. Lowry contact. Gets it to go, plus the foul.
Just so crafty that possession. They had that entire free throw line covered. He couldn't turn the corner.
Contested. Leonard sticks it.
And you'll live with that, though.
Kawhi Leonard, his first field goal attempt. It's a deuce for Leonard. VanVleet there defensively. And he lost it. 3-on-1 developing. Lowry gives it up. Leonard! Big finish!
Great read there by Kyle Lowry, and that was an example where they missed. They had
highest scoring Raptor is Siakam with 5 and Lowry with 5. Monroe, shot clock winding down, a turnover. Leak out. 3-on-1. Lowry maneuvers to the rim. Philadelphia, number 4 rebounding team in the NBA this season. They are crushing Toronto on the glass. Simmons could not convert. And it's knocked out of bounds off of the Raptors.
Philly doing that, being much more assertive.
Not a contact. Lowry, will they give him continuation? Lowry got it to go. Siakam, Philly gets back defensively. Get it inside, Gasol. Cutter, Leonard, the throwdown.
And that's exactly where Nick Nurse is talking about. We've got to play fast.
member of the Toronto Raptors. Lowry peeks at the clock, makes his move. The runner gets the roll.
Is Philly on the verge of being swept? Now all of a sudden this thing gets really interesting if they're able to hold on here.
Leonard gets the deuce +1. We're down to 1:40 to play. Leonard makes the quick move. Kick it out. Lowry. Yes!
VanVleet to Gasol. One-on-one. Two old-time centers. And Gasol wins that battle. Lowry and Simmons get tied up, and Lowry's hurt. Lowry's hurt, and is not getting up. Powell, corner three, that's good.
I'd like to see Kobe Bryant do a detail about your preparation for the game. It's a thing of beauty.
He doesn't have that much detail as Leonard with the left hand claw dunk.
Kawhi Leonard, dribble penetration and ability to palm the basketball and finish. We're in Philadelphia, similar to Dr. J. Big time hands.
For Kawhi Leonard and asking him to make something happen.
Kyle Lowry with a steal. Harris in pursuit. Lowry gets his first bucket.
Has been problematic.
Coming up on 2 minutes left. Nice feed. Lowry to Siakam. Third assist for Kyle Lowry. Siakam deflected by Butler. Lowry inside. Danny Green throws it up and in as the shot clock expired. J.J. Redick got hurt on that play. You see him trying to walk it off. Ennis trying to guard Kawhi Leonard. Quick spin, gets inside and throws it down. Lowry just his second field goal. 7 points, 4 assists. Off the turnover. Green throws it up to Siakam. And the lead cut to 11. Leonard, a little crossover, sets up the three. He has become such a good three-point shooter. Lowry. Shot clock winding down. Green's got to get it off. Just does. And backs it home. Danny Green now with 13.
Lowry pretty much helpless that time against Harris. Siakam dribble handoff on Kawhi Leonard. Rising up in the paint, and that's his first field goal of the game.
See, that was a smart move in the painted area.
Butler turned it over.
Oh, here you go.
Only turned it over 2 times in game 3. Lowry back to Leonard, a little give and go, and Leonard with 4 points.
It's the old story. But what is he doing? He understands that he's got to get his guy in action. He knows that he has a 2-on-1 right there. Nice look.
Down low, kicks it out to Ennis. And Leonard running it back. Good ball fake on Simmons. And Kawhi Leonard with his first three-pointer of the game. 76ers haven't scored in about 3.5 minutes.
That was an excellent defensive move by Gasol as he took away the lane.
Ibaka on the break off the great dime from Lowry.
Go on the shot. Now this is it at the other end of the floor. That's a tough cover because of the size difference. Oh, there it is.
And it's with a steal.
They got a 4-on-1.
Got to convert it.
Oh,
Ibaka comes from behind for the block.
You know, just let him get open by himself, because I honestly thought you gave up an easy shot.
Leonard drives and kicks it out to Lowry. Kyle Lowry back in Philadelphia, where he's from. Leonard wide open.
Oh,
great recovery by Simmons for the block. Another good closeout by the Sixers. Nice. Danny Green doesn't mind.
This play now. There's your block. Now on the recovery, I spot the corner wide open as I get triple teamed, and Danny just makes a terrific shot. You have to do it.
Leonard out top. His team up by 5.
Oh,
got free on the baseline and punches it home.
Well, what he did was, on the hesitation, it just froze Simmons. He just stopped. All he could do was just watch. See it? There it is there. Now, you can't do that.
Yeah. Lowry, good look underneath, and Siakam finally gets his first field goal of the game. Hubie Brown with 4:15 to go in the third.
Listen, first of all, a good decision by Leonard to hit the middle of the floor to Lowry. And
Ben Simmons kicks it out to Harris. Great block by Ibaka with another one today. Simmons pressing up on Leonard.
See,
beat switches. Fires a long one. Nothing but net. Kawhi not. 39.
Part Philly has killed him at times on the offensive glass, so that eliminates some of that.
Lowry jams it. It's a three.
Active. You see here comes off. They just don't guard him there and steps into that triple.
Trying to get into it early here. Siakam off the window.
Smart play by Siakam.
Didn't get the bounce. Monroe, the offensive board, stripped of the ball. He brought it down low. Leonard streaks to the corner. Siakam got it. A three.
You see Jimmy Butler being ultra aggressive here for the Sixers.
Oh, VanVleet just kicked the pocket of Embiid. Powell gives it up. Leonard, big finish. 6.5 remaining. Second quarter. Lowry all the way to the cup and the foul. Leonard peeks at the clock. 5 seconds. Leonard makes his move. Oh! That's a man's jam! Kawhi Leonard!
He's only got 13 and 10 with 3 assists and one emphatic finish up over the top of a Sixers team right now that is trying to survive on the road.
They outscore the 76ers 37-17, and another Kawhi light. And they've locked down Philadelphia defensively here tonight. Ennis drives in, denied! The block him for Siakam.
Have not seen a lot of that from Ben Simmons or the Sixers in this game.
Just the 5th shot of the night. Oh, Leonard! Kawhi going up high. Loves the big stage. And he's been a highlight machine in the postseason. The latest one from Leonard. Long rebound to Toronto. 32-28 off the boards. Lowry, a chance for 4.
It is all
Fired in mid-November from Minnesota. Due to be a free agent, though, possibly after tonight. Here's Siakam at the elbow, and he banks it home.
So Kyle Lowry, consecutive possessions, makes a 3 in the corner.
This series he's only averaging about 2 points per game. Ibaka from Gasol, and drops it through.
Come on, how?
Leonard with 8 points. They move it around off that initial double, and great look by Gasol to Siakam.
That's exactly right. Kawhi, I was talking about how long it's been since he's had a turnover. He had the 7 turnovers in Game 3. That was all off.
Leonard off the Ibaka screen. Hesitates. Oh, what a feed to Ibaka for the slam.
Tremendous.
And nothing run by Toronto. The shot clock at 4. And a strip by Leonard. Lowry, great save as he was falling. Leonard takes it all the way for the slam. Leonard keeps the dribble against Simmons with a timer now at 3. Goes into the paint, hangs, and finishes with one hand.
That's a tough shot.
Butler, could this be their last games as members of the Sixers? As Leonard takes it to the rim. Boy, he got bumped and he lost his balance and he still dunked it. Largest lead of the night for Philadelphia. Leonard feeds a cutting Siakam for 2. Philadelphia does. I mean, I have no idea what to think about Game 7. The way this series has gone, when it was 2-1 Philly, it looked like the Sixers were on their way as Leonard slams, and then the Raptors win the next 2, including the TNT will have the call for you in Toronto with a spot in the Eastern Conference Finals on the line. Milwaukee is waiting, and the Bucks are going to get a week off.
MVP back with San Antonio. Into Harris. By Embiid.
And that's the advantage for Kawhi, understanding, look, let's get something easy.
Jimmy Butler into Green. It's loose and vacuumed in by Siakam. He's battling a calf issue, but looks to be hale and hearty tonight. Inside he goes. With Greg Monroe in for the first time. Oh, it's pickpocketed, and here comes Kawhi.
Kawhi Leonard set that play up. His hands so strong. And again, with the level of physicality.
Green's defense is on him on the perimeter. Shot clock at 6. Simmons, Embiid knocked away. Green picked up by Ibaka. Ahead to Leonard. Underneath the Green. Express halftime report. Bernie Champagne shows the other way with a drive and a two. What a play!
And that's just an experienced move.
Embiid watching Siakam.
Siakam is just reluctant to shoot the basketball right now. And I tell you what,
wow. What about that three by Serge Ibaka? 3 of 3 on triples. Driving inside. Shot clock at 3. Lowry. Oh, what a shot!
You got to be aware of the inbounder here if you're Philly.
It's off to Leonard, defended by Simmons. Is this the dagger? Game! Series! Toronto has won! Fourth quarter points by Kawhi Leonard. And the game winner, 41 points.
Lowry fires for 3 and knocks it down. Kyle Lowry hitting his last 2 shots.
So important for Lowry, first of all, to be aggressive and take these shots, and then secondly, he has to knock them down.
Against the Sixers overall to the playoffs, and he's had an extraordinary playoff run, averaging just under 32. Here's Gasol for 3. Siakam got the set and stuffs. Pascal Siakam, who has had a tremendous season.
Right there on Ilyasova, but look at the crossover baseline. Put that up in your room, kids. That's a poster. Good challenge. Better finish by Siakam.
Final seconds, first quarter. Ibaka. And that will count. Just did beat the buzzer. They'll take a look at it, but no question about it. Toronto with an excellent start. 13 for 12. Middleton, and the pass deflected. Here's Leonard ahead of the field, chased by Middleton, and he puts it down. Lowry goes baseline. Here's Lowry for 3. What a possession for Kyle Lowry.
What a game for Kyle Lowry.
For Leonard and Kyle Lowry with the deep 3 here. The longer the series goes, though, it favors the team that got the rest early.
Oh, Connaughton is stripped.
How about this? You think you're going to dunk on me? Young whippersnapper.
Final seconds of the third. It's a 4-point game. Siakam fires. Yes! That will count at the buzzer. Lowry, VanVleet. Lowry wide open for 3. Kyle Lowry has been hitting the shot from downtown. He now has 19 points. That's his 5th 3. 5 for 6 with the 3-ball. We're just underway and a blistering start here by Milwaukee. Giannis had it knocked aside. Leonard is on it. Bucks are back. Leonard right down the lane. That's an exclusive 50, 40, 90 club. We'll run down the membership a little bit later on as Ibaka.
+9 advantage in bench points. No surprise for Milwaukee.
Here is Lowry on a nice fadeaway. From beyond the line. Good job by the Bucks on Leonard. They double up on him. Now he finds some space and hits. Leonard picked up on a switch by Lopez, who fouls him as he scores.
Portland get that high of a seed every year.
How about Steve Kerr with all the ups and downs of the Warriors? But he'd never get it because of the success.
MVPs. You can't get it with 2 MVPs.
That's right. Well, the 28-point lead has been cut by 10. It's down to 18. Leonard gets it off and counts it a foul. Crowd wanted a foul. Whoa! VanVleet for three, and suddenly he has found the lane. Threw it wide, and a timeout has been called. 2:37 left in the third.
And think about for Brogdon, this is only his third game back. Third game back.
And he's played well in all three. Here's Powell for three. Norman Powell continues to hit from long range. 10 points. There's Jody Meeks. Gets it away and scores. They'll check it out. It's a two-pointer for Meeks. And it appears he beat the clock. So that's it for the third quarter. This is Lowry.
Let's see how Giannis, the fact that Kawhi checking Giannis, let's see how that wears on him late in the game.
The Gasol knocks down his first. Off to that 9-0 start, led by as many as 28 and then one in a blowout. Lopez played on a switch by Lowry. They double up. Lowry off the steal. Leonard on the drive.
All you Pistons fans out there and Orlando fans that have the 15th and 16th pick. And Siakam knocks it down.
Beautiful pass from Gasol on the bounce. That basket counts and the foul.
How about the no?
15 illegal defense. 15 count. Here's Leonard ahead of the field.
Loving the pace, fans here. Take this team over the top.
Here is Leonard with the rudder. Yes, and it counts. Gasol able to keep it alive. They reset to 14, and Lowry knocks down a three.
Let's look at Lowry on this play. You know he has heart, but he has been hurt this series, and he won't admit it. Look at him grab his hand and kind of wince.
Shot clock to three. Lowry. Yes. That's a two. He had a foot on the line. Ibaka for three. Three consecutive three-pointers.
And lets the game continually come to him.
Lowry picked up his fifth foul. Giannis not able to hit. Giannis with the rebound. Lost it before he was fouled. 5 apiece on Siakam. Shot clock to 5. Bledsoe lost his foot. Here comes Leonard. Murray hits back. Leonard all the way and puts it down. A sensation.
Also, too, look at the rest of the players as they're beating Sweat. Kawhi doesn't even have a sweat going right now. Danny Green comes up with the steal.
And it was Lowry taking the rest of the way. Lowry looking to put the move on Nurkic. And down! Kyle Lowry had that huge game 1 last week. Perhaps his best ever playoff game. 30 points, 7 rebounds, 7 threes.
Stop the press.
Are flying here tonight. Fred VanVleet. VanVleet on the rebound. Powell right by Mirotic for the layup. And the foul. Kicks it out. Powell is off. Green. Shot block. Bucket is there. The Raptors so aggressive off the boards, and it leads to a Milwaukee timeout. Kawhi for the way open Ibaka. They doubled up on Leonard and it cost.
Yeah, he doubled up.
Gasol with a nice pass and Leonard puts it down and comes up limping.
Yeah, it's almost like he's cramping up when he exerts energy. The nice back cut here.
vital. And the big fella Lopez rolls. He attracts the defensive man from the corner wide open.
Beautiful plays here. The back cut. Gasol.
Lopez looking for space. Gasol took it away. Lowry on the run. To the trail of Siakam. He scores. And a foul.
And then in transition, Lowry, Siakam, Raptors up 12.
And defensively, you wanted your guys to limit Giannis, but considering the Bucks' depth, is there anywhere you'd like to see improvement on that end?
Well, Middleton's really got it going. Right, we got to give him a little bit more attention.
Shot clock to 5. Fires for 3. Oh, he hits first glass and then got the roll and a foul.
And I think that's going to send Ibaka to the free throw line with the foul versus Antetokounmpo. When you have struggled all playoffs, sometimes he played a career-high 52 minutes in that double overtime win in Game 3.
Lowry from way downtown. Kyle Lowry. The 24, you see Kyle Lowry drilling it from three-point range.
We're good when your best player has 6 of your 7 points. Here's a steal by Lowry.
Lowry ahead of the field, able to score. Kyle Lowry comes off an excellent game in Toronto. Leonard somehow squeezes inside, scores, and a foul. Wow.
How did he see that daylight? I mean, I thought for sure he was going to go off the screen.
Bucks 9 field goals, 8 assists, 62% shooting, 2 of 3 on 3-pointers. Here's Powell for 3. Yes, he just continues to hit shots.
He is a gamer.
Lowry stepping back on Mirotic, fires it out. VanVleet. Yes, things have changed for Fred VanVleet.
Here's the shot by VanVleet. Much better rhythm, catch and shoot here. And
Connaughton went behind the back. Here's Brogdon on the drive, rejected.
Siakam with the rotation over.
Realize the offensive ability of Kawhi Leonard. They knew he was a terrific defender. Here's VanVleet for 3.
Thank you.
I should say Brook Lopez. Robin was here for a couple of the games. And Lowry comes right back with a 3.
This is what you need from him, but then on the other end, if they're going to switch everything and you're a guard,
when it's presented to them, Fred VanVleet, especially when he gets that switch, got to be aggressive.
Well, Lowry opens up by hitting down the shot from the elbow. See Connaughton cheating over. There's Powell. VanVleet for 3 again.
great play by Ibaka. Let's see if Siakam tries to take Lopez off the dribble. He has an advantage.
Here's Leonard for 3. Yes.
Speaking of advantages.
He is feeling it.
Powell. This is what you want.
Yeah. And now you have Mark wide open at the top as well.
There's the step back. Yes, again. Kawhi Leonard from downtown. And the Bucks take a timeout. Leonard now 5 for 6.
Really mistimed that putback. He went up too early.
Leonard with a series of threes and knocks it down.
That's great defense by Middleton. He was trying to put that putback dunk in, and there's the step back by Leonard.
And the rest of your team. See if he can knock down that mid-range, opening up.
Siakam on a crossover. And score.
And that's what you got to do. Instead of trying to go up over Gasol,
he is working towards.
He's working towards.
We'll see.
Yeah, Kawhi had to get loose. He has to get loose.
VanVleet.
It's a 2 plays here by Kawhi. He finds VanVleet for the long 3.
And didn't Coach Nurse tell us that he really didn't care about the regular season? He felt that emotionally this team hung their hat too much on emotion. And this crowd loves the emotion.
He's doubled. Still comes over. Kicks it out. Nice return pass. And he knocked it. Powell passed on a 3 and takes to the rim.
Little pump fake here by Powell. Gets all the way to the cup.
Leonard working hard to locate shots and hits. It counts and the foul.
Ilyasova is beside himself. He's telling the ref someone pushed him from behind. Tell you what, Bledsoe's showing why he was first team all defense.
VanVleet with the lead for three. VanVleet.
The last 3 ball games. Look at this side step 3 here for VanVleet.
Back comes Middleton, goes behind the back and lost it. Lowry with the steal. He has Giannis behind him, gets to Leonard. Stop! A facial by Kawhi Leonard. On TNT is being presented by Google Pixel.
Kawhi Leonard, the steal by Lowry, and the exclamation point here. And Drake, the reaction.
Curry now on the mismatch with Siakam. Green goes right back to the mismatch. Siakam trying to take advantage. Danny Green, no hesitation.
I was reading an article on him earlier. He said, what am I going to do? Continue to shoot. That's a free shot, a wide open jump shot for Danny Green.
In the conference finals against Milwaukee, he was 4 for 23 from three-point range. That's 17%. Kawhi Leonard nails the 3. The popularity of this sport has just skyrocketed over the last couple of decades. Kawhi Leonard back out to Siakam. Gasol hesitates, now sets, and nails another.
If I'm Steve Kerr, I'm upset with the looks that this Raptor team is getting to start this game.
Gasol with a rebound ahead to Danny Green. Reverse layup, got it to go. Cousins, this time shoots. Leonard knocked away by Thompson. A lot of contact there. And here comes VanVleet. Throws it ahead to Ibaka. Timeout. Steve Kerr. Raptors back up by 5. Leonard drives inside. Layup. Banks it home. And the foul. Lowry. Danny Green, contested 3, it's good! VanVleet goes right at Jerebko. Tough shot, oh! Banks it home! How did he get that one to go? Livingston inside, swatted by Ibaka.
Well, just isolated. It's very good defense by Jerebko, but a tremendous finish.
The lead is 11-21 for Leonard. On the drive, Green can't finish. 5 to shoot. Leonard sees the double team. VanVleet gonna have to hoist it up. That's a 2-pointer. Oh, he banks it in!
Did Siakam miss that, or did Klay Thompson come up through the rim?
Count it, and the foul as Lowry gets hit and knocks it down.
And here's the play, Kyle Lowry getting to the spot, elevating off the contact.
A good job on Curry in game 1, despite the fact that Curry got to the free throw line, scored a lot of points. McKinney in the game, deflected by Lowry. Nice pass ahead from Gasol. VanVleet to Siakam! Oh, what a slam!
He's been outstanding. Throws it ahead, and VanVleet throws it upstairs to Siakam, and he does the rest. Outstanding execution defensively, leading to quality offense in transition.
I remember talking to Kyle Lowry. VanVleet to the rim. Bank shot is good. He usually has one of those a game. Siakam was open. Now they get it to him. After Thompson's able to recover. Siakam, nice spin move. Banks it home.
To now, the top end talent is great, but the depth isn't even close.
VanVleet does it again. Banks it home and draws the foul. Foul, VanVleet, shot clock at 8. 5 to shoot. Pass inside, Gasol, banks it home.
Kyle Lowry a little upset that he's coming out of the ball game. I think it's the right play because he has to defend. either Curry or Thompson, which is a tough task.
Powell gets inside.
Look at the play made by Marc Gasol, finding Powell all by himself.
Siakam with Klay Thompson on him. Jerebko comes to help. Leonard's left open. Count it and one. Good look from Siakam. Stolen by VanVleet. One man to beat. VanVleet to the basket, lays it in.
Discipline. Gasol's up. VanVleet is active. Strips the ball.
DeMarcus Cousins now in double figures. Danny Green launches a three. It's gone. Back-to-back threes for Toronto. Siakam looks up at the shot clock. 3 on the 24. Siakam steps back inside the arc and nails it. He'll come in at the next whistle. Siakam finds Gasol. Gasol easily gets to the rim. And a good start from Marc Gasol. Ball deflected and picked up by Leonard. Danny Green wide open. Bogut just picked up his first foul. It was on him, not Cook. Gasol gets it, drives down the lane. Nice bounce pass from Leonard. And Gasol 8 points. Leonard gets away from Bell. Oh, and throws it down with a foul. The explosion to the rim and a chance for a three-point play.
And that's by and around a trap.
Danny Green, head fake, three-pointer is good. Danny Green with 3 threes here in the opening period. He is a dogged defender. Fighting through screens. Cousins gets it down low, gets inside, blocked by Ibaka. He's still trying to guard Kawhi Leonard. VanVleet off the dribble. Contested shot is good. What a difficult shot from VanVleet.
Fred VanVleet has been great at both ends of the floor.
Curry against Jordan Bell. Gets into the paint against the block by Bell. Ball knocked loose and Leonard able to save it. Danny Green for 3. Bang! Danny Green does it again.
But you look here. He just beats him to the ball, saves it, and then a desperation 3 by Green.
VanVleet to Ibaka, blocked by Bell. Here's Cook ahead of the pack, 1 man to beat. Gets inside, blocked by Danny Green. Sensational recovery. Lowry and a fan join. Another great block from Green. Leonard trying to get the ball. Curry's on him. Here comes the double team. Leonard trying to split. Almost traveled. VanVleet throws it up. Oh, he puts it in! A rainbow from VanVleet. And a timeout call by Steve Kerr. It looked like Leonard turns, shoots, and scores. He's a machine. And Leonard the rebound. Leonard 11 points, 3 boards. And his team down by 11. Hits again! Kawhi Leonard single-handedly keeping Toronto in the game. Siakam with a finish and the foul. Iguodala gets up into Leonard. There's the double. Nice extra pass. And Gasol throws it down. Beautiful ball movement there from the Raptors. Curry. Golden State turns it over. Turnovers 11-4. Only 4 to Toronto. Leonard knocks down another 3. And the first lead of the night for the Raptors.
Tell you what, though, he's feeling it on the offensive end. Draymond Green
out there jumping. Gasol the back tip. 5 left on the shot clock. VanVleet long distance. That's good. All of a sudden, now Toronto knocking down 3s. Iguodala three-pointer. Siakam, count it, and the foul. Won some championships for the Lakers. VanVleet, Gasol gets a wide open look for 3 and drills it. His first three-pointer, only the team's 6th.
And down. VanVleet takes on the second defender. And Gasol at the buzzer knocks it home.
And what a pickup Gasol was acquired from. Siakam is on Curry. Curry the drive finds McKinney. Shot blocked by Ibaka. And the rebound.
Ibaka has been special. Off
12 minutes to go on their floor. Closing time at the Oracle. Here's Matt and Jack.
VanVleet with the deep three.
6 to shoot for Lowry. Lowry looks inside, finds Ibaka, and Serge Ibaka, and the foul. Perfectly executed. And a chance for a three-point play.
They have absolutely destroyed the Warriors with high pick-and-roll action pretty much the entire series, Coach.
5 of their first 6 shots from the field. Kawhi Leonard gets inside. Danny Green, 2-pointer.
Looks like a totally different offense when you add Kevin Durant.
I wonder if they're better with him. Oh.
Siakam to the basket. Lowry, good physical defense. Nice double team by Gasol and another turnover. Lowry inside, Leonard got hit, counted out, a foul.
He has an extremely high IQ.
Kyle Lowry gets in the paint, hesitation now, feeds it into Gasol. What a heads-up play from Lowry. Cross court Leonard, shot clock down to 3. Leonard gets inside, Siakam just gets it off in time, and it counts. Oh, knocked away. Terry kicks it out. Thompson, shot blocked by Leonard, swatted out of bounds. Cousins gets it into Livingston. Gasol once again, great help defense. Draymond Green the rebound. Cousins stolen by Lowry. Lowry ahead of the pack, lays it up and in. Siakam goes right at Iguodala. Layup, count it, and the foul. Gasol fakes, drives. 1 on the shot clock. VanVleet, 1 dribble. Gets the 3. Fred VanVleet as the shot clock expires. Green right up into Curry. Ibaka there to help up. Curry gets past him. Layup, shot block. Right up into him. 5 to shoot. Leonard's going to try another one. Puts it in. Kawhi Leonard. Back-to-back threes.
They've been getting destroyed with this principle, the switch Cousins on the smaller guy.
Toronto's actually 3-0 this year in this building. The one time they played in the regular season, they won again. Lowry, again! Kyle Lowry! 3 for 3 to start, it's 8-0.
And this was the toughest shot, but Green gave him a cushion.
The home team in these finals are an incredible 1-4. The last 4 road teams have won in the series. Lowry lighting it up here in the first 2+ minutes. That's been the #1 talk in sports, the debate. Should he have played in that game the other night?
Well, I don't know any of the medical stuff, and I wasn't obviously as Siakam gets a dunk.
And Golden State win another title without Kevin Durant here in the finals. Leonard gets inside, goes reverse, backs it home. Kawhi Leonard's first bucket. Norman Powell on the floor for Toronto. Leonard finds Lowry. Lowry's been hot. That continues. Kyle Lowry dances inside, flips it up. Fight for the rebound, Lowry. Siakam to Leonard. Leonard and the foul.
Looney and Cousins. Looney's struggling to finish around the rim. Cousins is finishing well.
Leonard finishes and gets hit. And a chance for a 3-point play. Serge Ibaka. Inside pass, Leonard. Leonard counted out a foul. Once again, that strength, he got hit. And still able to finish. Shot clock at 5. VanVleet using a screen, 3-pointer. Oh, VanVleet again. His 3rd 3-pointer, and the game is tied.
You've got to be up on this screen. He's not, and he pays the price. VanVleet in rhythm.
Lowry sees the double team. Gasol fakes out to VanVleet. He would have kept dribbling, he would have had a layup. VanVleet, bang! Fred VanVleet from downtown, and the Raptors lead by 1. 4 to shoot. Lowry between the legs, drives inside, falling away, puts it up, bounces and drops through. Another bounce for the Toronto Raptors.
This is just a tough shot. This is good defense by Steph Curry. Outstanding defense. Kyle Lowry.
Your 2019 Bill Russell Finals MVP is Kawhi Leonard.
Man, last summer, man, was going through a lot. And, you know, I had a great support system. I just kept working hard, and had my mind set on this goal right here. I came to a team, a new coach. That mindset was the same as mine, trying to get that Larry O.B. over there. And, you know, this is what I play basketball for. This is what I work out for all summer during the season. And I'm happy that my hard work paid off.